Yeah, okay, time to live free. Plenty goals I'm achieving. Some real life topics and talking financial freedom. Mindset, soul and love, everything in between. This is Freedom Podcast. Tune in, live free. Hey, got my mindset right and I got the drive. Planning one day, no more job, no more 9 to 5. Love money, mine. Love money, mine. This is freedom. Tune in, cause it's going down. Woo!
Hi, this is Anna, and welcome to another episode of Your Freedom Podcast. In this episode, I interview Martha Mok. She is an abuse survivor. I really found this interview really emotional, really kind of, wearing her heart on her sleeve and showing the badassery that she is doing in the world. Love this interview because I think so many women don't believe in themselves, are not confident, and I know that Martha can really help you with this. So hi Martha, great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Anna.
Yeah, and I know that you are all about confidence. I want to know more about what you're doing right now and sort of how this came about, really. How are you doing your kind of becoming this super confidence coach?
I was someone who has been in silence for over 30 years. Being an Asian-born girl, being told that you should be a daughter, a wife, a sister, that just put your head down and just do your work.
Yeah.
I was not encouraged to shine. I was not encouraged to be loud. I was not encouraged to stand out from the crowd. So
Yeah.
that was what I did when I was very young. And then when I went to Hong Kong and met my husband, and I got married when I was 21. So 21, first love. You
Yeah.
know what? First 3 months, I thought I was in the heaven of my life.
Yeah.
And then things started to change. My marriage lasted for 19 years, and it was a very emotionally abused marriage.
Yeah.
It took me 19 years to be able to get out from that and finding myself again. And during the 19 years, I was able to develop a very successful career in makeup world. So I'm a multi-award winning international makeup artist. Sounds great, isn't it? I travel all around the world to do my craft. I'm on stage speaking to thousands of artists. But the inside of me was rotten. I
Yeah.
was someone who was so unhappy that I don't even want to show myself out, even in a photo. So all you will find on my Facebook or my social media will be food or the handbags that I got or
Yeah.
whatever that was going on my day. I was trying to hide behind this really shiny mask, and I admit that I was the greatest pretender. I pretend to be successful, I pretend to be happy, and I pretend to be this portrait of what Martha Mok, this makeup artist, a very successful woman. I was pretending to that person. Not until I have the courage on my 40th birthday to finally got out, because I was so unhappy at that time that I don't want to live more than 60 years old. I made up my mind that
Yeah.
60 was more than enough. I have been through enough suffering, and I said I just wanted to be free.
It's the big
So
4-0.
40 years
Big
old.
4-0 the big 4-0
Yeah, the
hits
big
you,
four.
you're like, oh my God, I can't carry this on. There has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's when everything started to change. I took the courage to start walking a different path, meeting different people, and open a new way. And I'm so grateful after 2 years of searching, I have found my current partner. And he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. He celebrates who I am. He encouraged me to be confident. And he's the person who gave me a title, Super Confident Coach. And I can tell you, the first 3 months, I'm like, really? Big worry about it. Like, really? I can be that person who say, yeah, you're really confident. You just don't know it. Okay, I know that I was confident in my work, but I never thought that I could be confident in the inside as well. So as I time go by becoming onto this coaching journey, I become more of myself every single day. And the freedom that I found was so encouraging that I encourage other women to do the same now.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that asking for help was a weakness. I didn't know asking for help was mean bravery. It
Yeah,
actually takes twice the courage to ask for help. So that was where I am now.
yeah. I love it. That is such a powerful story. I absolutely love it. And I'm sure everybody that's listening to this can feel that energy because that's a superpower, bionic woman story. I love it. And it's great
Mhm.
that you also now, I think when you've been through, I can kind of relate to a lot of it. So when you've been through like that whole journey, it's like we're so grateful for what we do now have. And it's like by sharing it, because it took me ages to share it, my story. I don't know if you felt
Mm.
a bit like that. Because
Oh, definitely.
I didn't really want to be branded this, like it was all
Mhm.
this domestic violence stuff. And then I wrote this book, it was in the book, and I just like, it just all sort of happened. And I thought it was really sort of healing for me as well, that by doing something good, it actually means that you're turning that pain or that suffering into like, you know, power or whatever, and like by helping other people. So for people who could be like listening to this, how can you help them with their confidence? What do you do? How do you do it?
First by knowing first by knowing that it's not your fault. I used to blame myself for everything that happened because that was what I've been told. It was because I was not good enough. I was worthless. That's why I was treated that way. But
Yeah,
I realize now that, hey, you know what? The insecurity didn't come from me. It was from him. It was from those people that who think that they worry about what they been judged. And guess what? When I realized that, hey, I'm quite okay just the way I am. Yes, I'm over 40. Yes, I'm not size 6 model. Yes, I am not someone that who's like very pretty or whatever. But whatever. I don't care. This is who I am. And when you're starting to accept
it's
that
because
person
they're the
too,
victim. It's because they're the victim.
exactly.
Right. It's you either that I always think like the true victims are usually the warriors. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like you say, it's that insecurity and the fakeness and the tense, and it's like it's so much more. What's the word? What's the word? Like it's just more fulfilling just being you, isn't it? You know what I mean? And not having to pretend to be anything that you're not. Do you know what I mean? And just be able to be you finally.
Yeah, I recently got asked this question and asked what is my belief now. And I said that, you know what? I have found my sense of belonging within me. I
Yeah.
found me again. I was able to claim my voice, tell people my story without anything left behind, and truly be able to express my voice. And that's why that I'm like finding all the opportunity that I can to share my story because I want other people to know, man or woman, if you're suffering in silence, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out because you'll be very surprised of what life can bring you when you find you again.
Yeah. Well, I had like talk therapy for a while, and me and my counsellor used to say, "Isn't it funny? Like if you've got a personal trainer, people show off, don't they? Or you've got like a
Yeah,
business coach, people show off. But if you say, "Oh, I'm going to a therapist or a counsellor," people are like, "Oh, you're weak," is this, or it's not people think that, it's we think that. And actually, she was saying that her herself has somebody that she speaks to because she sees it as it's self improvement. You know what I mean?
exactly.
So it's just interesting how all this thread in the head gets in the way, of ourselves moving forward. But it's fab to have you on the show. So people who made hey, this Martha story is really inspiring. I want to get in touch with her and see how she can help me. How can people work with you?
All they have to do is search Martha Mok or Super Confident Coach. I will be everywhere on social media. I'm quite open now, so I'm not hard to find. First one in Google that comes out if you search Super Confident Coach.
Brilliant, that's good. And so, do you have like a group, or what's your kind of like community like? And tell us a little bit about sort of your work that you do.
I built two community. One of them is called the Confident Woman Academy. I wanted to build our academy for women that we can learn confidence. We can learn to find the self-love that we need. We can learn to speak out when things are not what we actually happy with. In your life, in your marriage, in your business, in your career, we're all allowed to reclaim our voice. So that's what the academy is for.
Yeah.
I also got a second group because I teach coaches and business how to run their business better. So I have a thriving Five to Success coaches community to help them to understand what the coaching world is about.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of myth in the coaching world. It's
Yeah.
like they're all talking about money, money, money only. And I'm like, there's a lot more running a business. I've been running my business for over 20 years. And there's a lot more to running a business than just working on do I get a client? How do I get a client? There's a lot more behind it. So I wanted to help people that who don't understand how to be a business owner and an entrepreneur to
Yeah.
help them with a package that will get them started. And I even give them
That's
a
it.
guarantee that if you don't get your first client, I will continue to work with you. And that's my promise because
Yeah.
I'm not just about money. It's about giving the people the right help and the right support so they can be on their own 2 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why that was one of the reasons I put this podcast together because I think, yes, when you haven't got any money, it's tough, isn't it? And money gives you more like room to freedom really to be able to do what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? And not the pressure. But it's important, but it's not the be all. And so we've got the financial freedom in this. We have this love money mind, but freedom in
Mm,
love. It rather than it being about romantic relationships. I mean, there is that as well, but it's more the love we give out to the world and self care. Because I realised that
mm,
I had to look after myself, you know, to be able to kind of be confident, I suppose, and you know, be happy.
mm.
And then mindset as well. And mindset's massive for me. You know, it kind of encompasses
Yeah,
everything. It's not about being positive, you know, 24 hours a day,
no,
but it's having that, being able to kind of, you know, get through anything really, and be able to
yeah,
express and all that kind of stuff, and
yeah.
meditate.
I
There's,
break it down into three different areas. The first area is belief, looking at our belief and values, because by understanding that, we understand why we do a certain way. There's also the want factor as well, which is how much you want to change. How hard are you willing to actually work for it? The last step is what people normally ask for, but it's actually the easiest to get is the how to. The strategy of how to achieve something is always very easy. The hardest thing is to have the belief so you won't get beaten down when things didn't go your way
yeah,
the first time.
and like
And
you say,
the
commitment.
want, the motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Because it is, I think, also a lot of people online, I don't know if you've noticed this, that people purchase things and then it's like, oh, I've got to do the work. They think that by purchasing it, or is this subconscious thing that, oh, I bought this program to do my Facebook advertising. And then it's like, well, you've actually got to follow the program and do the ads, you know what I mean? Because yeah, I think it is about, like you say, wanting to do it and doing the work and being committed, isn't it?
Mm,
So for
yeah.
people that
Mm,
could be listening to this, it's like, wow, this Martha chick's really cool, and I'm loving this. And for people who are like, wowed, if they were in that difficult situation now, they were stuck in a marriage that they didn't, you know, weren't happy in, may have been abusive. Um, and feel like their soul's dying, really, because that's how I felt a little bit. Um,
mm,
what advice would you give them for that first step? Because, like you, it took me many years, and I think it is a difficult move, isn't it? And you keep going back to that point all the time. It's like you live in a bit of a cycle. I don't know if you felt like
mm.
that. What first step? What, you know? They're listening to this right now. What would you say as one piece of advice?
Pain is a situation, suffering is a choice.
Yeah,
Pain is something that happened, but the suffer, we don't have the milk on it. We can get out of it as long as we're willing to find a solution. So we all have a choice. Are we going to stay in the suffering or are we working towards out of the pain. This is
Yeah,
what I wanted to give people.
powerful. I love that, Martha. I really love that. So yeah, so if you are feeling the energy of Martha and you want to get in touch with her, we'll put all her details in the show notes. So if you're listening on iTunes, you'll be able to read it on there, and also if you're on YouTube, it'll be in the comment section as well. It's been great, great meeting you actually and having you on. We should stay connected. And yeah, I always ask everybody at the end of the interview, what does freedom mean to you? So what does freedom mean to you, Martha?
The freedom means to me when I was able to find the sense of belonging within me. It's not about how you feel with other people. It's about how you feel about in yourself when you are presenting in the world.
Mm,
If you can truly speak your voice, believe in your worth, believe in your values, that's when you become shining and attractive. Confidence is something that we are all have it inside of us. There's no one person that have more confidence than the others. It's just about how that person choose to use their confidence into what they're doing and show off their soul class, their willingness and power. So my thing will be to find freedom. First, you must find yourself. Find that sense of belonging within you. That's when you will find the freedom of being you.
yeah, I love it. That is so true. That is so, so true. Because it is, it's about us, isn't it? It's just us
Mm,
claiming that happiness, really, and being free
mm,
to be ourselves. And yeah, I love that. I
mm.
love that. That's great. So if you're listening to this and you really want some more confidence or you want to work on your confidence, reach out to Martha, Martha Mok, and thank you ever so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Your Freedom Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and subscribe on my YouTube channel. And if you want to get more freedom in your life, then come and join Your Freedom Project Facebook group, which the link is below in the comments section. And I am giving you a copy of my visualization manifesting book. So manifest more freedom in your life and live the life of your dreams.
Hey, thank you for listening. Hope you had a blast. Here to elevate your life. It's the Freedom Podcast. Love, money, mind. Love, money, mind. Wanna see you all win. Wanna see you all shine. Just make sure that you subscribe. Bringing good vibes. Join the Facebook group. Now it's time to change your life. Hope you come back. Right now is the chance. This is an experience. It's the Freedom Podcast. Hey.